guys, welcome back to another video. This will be a quick video of me wade fishing on Friday. Went out for a few hours in the morning. Last time I went out was that craziness with the tornado / water spout, whatever you want to call it. But went out again Friday morning for a few hours. I did have some success. Caught a few fish. Caught a few trout, caught a few reds, which you'll see here in the upcoming clips. But overall, it was a decent morning. What we're running into is the salinity being down from the rain. It's hot. It's typical August time frame, right? It's the dead of summer, the dog days of summer right now, and it's just tough right now. Water temperatures are way up. I even noticed that with the fish, the fish that I did catch, they were very lethargic and they were just not quite themselves. So you get the salinity being down, you get the hot weather. It's just a combination right now that makes it a little bit tougher than it normally could be, but that's just South Mississippi. You're gonna have these stints of where constant rain, then you're gonna have stretches of no rain, right? So as a angler down in South Mississippi, you always got to be kind of willing to flex and kind of shift to what's the environment. So go ahead and take a look at some of the clips here, and I'll be back with you here shortly.
Hey guys, so I wanted to stop for a minute, and I know you guys hear me in these early videos preach about wade fishing and fishing structure. So what I wanted to do is, you see my little float here, my little setup. I want to kind of give you a visual of what I'm talking about. The beach ain't far, right? The beach is right here. And in this scenario, I'm between two old piers, and I kind of split the difference here with these in this situation. It's not always going to be like this, right? But anyway, I'm throwing at a 45, kind of getting at a 45-degree angle and throwing down the structure. Started pretty much at the beach and just throwing down the structure and working that structure at a 45-degree angle, 40, 50 yards out in front of me. And I got one to the left of me. I'm kind of doing the same thing there. And I'm kind of going back and forth in this situation to see if anything specifically is holding. We got an incoming tide, so it's pushing from right to left through these pylons and kind of funneling bait. You can also see just a little bit further down, there's a better built pier that a little more solid structure there, and that almost acts as almost a wall kind of. Obviously the water's running through, but once you get a couple of these piers pushed together like this, you got to kind of find that sweet spot where the bait's kind of packing up and the fish are kind of holding. It's just going out that day and finding where they're at and where they're holding up and feeding. So just wanted to give y'all a quick visual of that, because I know I've been preaching it a lot, but this is how I go about doing it as far as wading and throwing at the structure. All right, guys, we are hooked up. Let's see what some of these overclass this feels like a pretty good fish right here. Not sure, haven't got visual on it yet, but all right, he's coming to the top. Not much action so far this morning. Let's see what we got going on right here. Oh man, big beautiful speckled trout. That's what I'm talking about. He was buried into the pylons, guys. I had to get up in there tight, but he was hugging on them pylons there and pulled them out of there. Big. All right, guys, we are hooked back up again. Not too much longer after I just caught that other nice big speckled trout. We are hooked back up again. Let's see if I can see what we got here. He's fighting like another speck. I don't think he's as big. Oh no, we got a little rat red there. Little rat red. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. That was a trout, but nice, pretty little rat red there. Okay, yeah, we'll take that. He was fun. He was fun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will take that. We will take that. All right, let me get him off and let him go. Beautiful little rat red here. I'm gonna let him go. Look at that blue tail on him, guys. So, I mean, that blue tail, look how it shows up in the water, guys. That is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, sir. Let's let him go. We're gonna let him go and get him lively back. But good fight, buddy. Definitely hook you next year. All right, off he goes. All right, guys. I'm transitioning down the beach a little bit here. Had a little bit of success there early around some old piers and some structure. Tide's extremely high. Still coming up about another hour or so. Moving down the beach to another area I like to fish, and see if we can't catch a few more fish. But yeah, not a bad morning so far. Overcast, so that's really making it enjoyable. Winds are not ideal, but I'll take it. I'm not sweating, so all right. Let's see how this second half of the wade trip goes. Talk to you soon.
All right, guys, as you can see, I did have some success on that wade trip. It was a fun trip. I think I put in about maybe three and a half hours there. You know, not as successful as, you know, I would like. Obviously, I'd like to go out every time and catch a bundle of fish, but that's just not going to happen every time, especially with the conditions lately. But I was able to grind out some fish. It was fun. You know, I did go over in the video there on some specifics of how to catch them, how I've been catching them. So yeah, if you can get up in there and really work some of that structure, if you don't have a boat, if you can find an area that you can wade fish and really work the structure, I've noticed that, you know, especially a couple of them trout were really buried into that structure and into those pilings. So keep that in mind. If you don't have a boat, get out there and see if you can find some of that structure. See if you can get yourself in there and find some of them areas that you can cast into that you're able to maybe pull a few trout off. It's been working for me. It's been working for me with trout and redfish. If we can get some of this rain to slow down, the salinity will come up, and I guarantee you know, we'll be catching more fish. Now, this would be a good time if you do own a boat, and I understand not everybody owns boats, but would be a good time to get out to the Barrier Islands. To fish those Barrier Islands right now. Obviously, the salinity will be up further out there, but you know, like I said, I understand not everybody has that opportunity. So I like to do both. We're gonna head out on the boat here next week. I'm gonna do some boat trips on the channel. We'll do some family time on the channel with the boat, and we're also gonna do a couple fishing trips on the boat, right? So also I want to bring up we're gonna do August artificials. So I think I'm gonna start a series on what lures and artificials do I prefer, you know, for the month of August, September, October. And I think if the outcome and the response from folks is they wanted me to continue to do that, I think we'll do it. As September comes around, October comes around, it starts to cool down. The lures that you use, the techniques that you use, they're going to differ, which is why I really like South Mississippi. As it cools off, the strategy for how you catch speckled trout and redfish, it's going to change, and that's what makes it fun. And you can really get on a hot bite come October, November. Really, that's my favorite time to fish, is October, November, even into December. It gets a little cold. You get them cold fronts moving through in January, February. But you know, that's a talk for another time. We'll get into all that on another part of the channel at a different time. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to doing August artificials. I'm gonna get a video up for that. I'll probably give my top 5 lures I like to use this time of year. We'll start with the top water and so forth. But yeah, for this trip, it was fun. I had a good time. I'm looking to maybe get out and do another wade trip at the end of the weekend. So if that happens, be more to come. You know, keep an eye out for that. But other than that, guys, look, I'm not gonna pander to subscribers and turn on notifications. When I say that on videos, it's not really my thing. You know, I mean, if you like the content, if you like us talking about fishing, if you like being part of a fishing community and a fishing family, you know, that's what we are here. We keep it real with you. I'm not going to pander to subscribers and likes. All that stuff will take care of itself, right? So I appreciate the people who have commented, who have watched. It means a lot to me. What I'm really trying to do on this channel is help those individuals, male, female, kid, whoever that is, that might not have that person in that life that can get them out there and can fish, right? That can help them say, hey, let's go in the truck, let's take a ride down to the beach and cast a rod. Some people don't have that opportunity. I've heard a lot of people over my life, man, you know, say my dad just really wasn't into fishing, or maybe I didn't have a dad, or maybe, you know, my grandfather fished with me, but he was always busy, and you know, so that's what I'm really going to gear this channel for. I'm going to gear this channel for people who just kind of need that extra push, maybe don't understand what rods to pick, what reels to pick, what line to use. You know, what's a popping cork? How do I rig it? You know, they see people fishing, they see people out there on the beach, they see them wade fishing and casting the pole, but they're just a little hesitant to get out there and start the sport. So that's why I truly wanted to create this channel for those individuals. And we'll flex up and down. We'll get a little bit more elite stuff on the higher end on the channel, and then we'll come down and we'll talk a little bit more about you know, what hooks to use, what line to use, how to tie on a leader to a popping cork, how to create a split shot, how to fish for drum, how to, you know, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We'll grow as a channel. We'll grow as a community. But yeah, that's really the true at the heart of it, why I started the channel. So. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and until next time, you guys and gals, take it easy.